Everybody, good evening. Welcome to High Shelf Gaming. Hope you enjoyed those. It's very chill. The lo-fi vibes were extremely chill and very different from our Tuesday stream. That I'm just gonna keep referencing because it was just a disaster. I love it.
It was the greatest.
Wait,
I don't know
was
what
it
you're
good?
talking about.
It was a we had ska for our break music.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
just
I
picked
was
the ska
mostly
channel.
wondering why you had "Hey, I hope you had a nice day" or whatever in Papyrus.
Yeah, I mean, well, my first choice was Comic Sans, but
Oh,
we had to have something on there.
Papyrus is the new Comic Sans.
It is, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, for sure. It's like they're brothers. They're like brothers in graphic design.
Two
But yeah.
brothers.
But yeah, anyway, this is High Shelf Gaming. We're here to play Urban Shadows tonight, Port Seville, run by our friend Connor. When we're not here on these nights doing that, we do other stuff. On Saturday, we're going to do a little Mass Effect one-shot run by Taylor using our like homebrewed cyberpunk system for Mass Effect. Then on Monday, we're going to do something. I might run the Avatar Legends role-playing game, or we'll play more video games with maybe like just a. It'll either be more chaotic or less chaotic, but it will not be the same amount of chaotic. I'll guarantee you that. Taking a week off Red Markets on Wednesday, but you can come back next Thursday as well for Tomb of Annihilation, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I am off call, and we are not at Gen Con, so we will be playing some D&D.
Blessings eternal. Yeah, other than that, I mean, we got some big stuff coming up in October, but as people keep reminding me, it's not October yet, it's September, so we can wait just a bit to talk more about that. But it's going to be a busy month. We're going to do just so much fun stuff. We're going to have one-shots.
I mean, we can't sit here and get overly excited about it.
Yeah. So just I'm gonna tease. Just get really excited about we got one-shots out the waz and some fun stuff going on. So stay tuned for that. But that's all I got. We're keeping it tight. 2-minute announcements. Connor,
Yeah.
Where are we at? What are we doing?
Well,
let's go.
We are playing Urban Shadows. Did y'all weren't expecting that, were you?
What?
Oh, surprise!
Damn.
Urban Shadows is a political urban fantasy role-playing game where mortals and supernatural creatures vie for power in a modern-day city. We are using the quick start rules for the second edition, which is currently in development by Magpie Games, makers of such fine games as Urban Shadows First Edition and almost $10 million Avatar Legends role-playing game.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Is that new?
Yeah.
And
Might be.
Masks and Cartel and Bluebeard's Bride.
Yeah, they do a lot.
They're busy. They're busy
Yeah.
bees.
And you know this one is good because they're going back and touching it up from whenever it wasn't.
So nice they published it twice.
The tranquility of the night is shattered by racing breath, the echoes of panicked, sprinting footsteps. The figure twisted into an infernal shape, dashes across stone, grass, and oaks. Even through her hurried breath, with the echoing thrum of her racing heart pulsing in her ears, she can hear her pursuers close behind. A howl echoes through the night air. If she can just make it out of the park, she might have a chance. She turns back to catch a glimpse. She can see flashes of movement, of feral form she's no match for. Not alone. Her foot catches on an oak root and she tumbles into the grass and dirt and gravel. Her heartbeat accelerates. She's dead. She knows she's dead. And for what? She turns over, trying to pick herself up, but sudden movement forces her to freeze. Before she can get to her feet, she's tackled onto her back, pinned to the ground by her pursuer. Her vision turns to the large wolf atop her, its face scrunched in a furious snarl, its breath coming fast, inches from her face. She is seconds from death. She cannot fight back. She stifles the breath, choking out a final plea. Meg, listen to me. I don't have it. I'm not behind it. I wanted to help. The rage in the wolf's eyes is unstifled. She closes her eyes. A gunshot and a canned yelp of pain echo in her ears, and the weight on her chest falls away. further into the forest, a dozen howls cry out. Akiko, you need to get out of here. Come on. So last time
Chills.
we left off, actually, why don't y'all tell me? Why doesn't somebody tell me what happened on our last episode, and I will let that person mark a check in one of the circles. Who needs one?
I need all of them, but if anyone needs one in particular, go.
Just leveled up. Just took an advantage.
Jake, if you're talking, you're muted.
Quick question. I have all of mine filled out.
Then you need to clear
then
them
I
all
need to clear
and
them.
take an advancement.
Okay. Advancements are on the left first.
Yeah, you can take any of the ones on the left, and whenever you fill in 5 of those, then you can start taking them from the right.
And when I add a status, I can put that anywhere or just in mine. Because it says +1 status.
It is anywhere,
Oh,
but
it says max +1.
yeah, max plus 1 to anything but your own.
There might be another one farther down the
There
list that's
is-
your own to 2.
Yeah. So
Ah,
there is.
yes, yes, Mortalis status 2. That's on the right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. They're just letting you get that +1 with like all the. You get some street cred with all the different circles. Did take notes last session. Not enough.
So last time, I remember.
There we
maybe,
go.
I don't know.
Well, we will
Last
see what you
time.
remember.
We'll see what I remember. I'll start with myself. I remember what I did for sure. So me and Mr. Malachi hung out all afternoon because it turned into all afternoon because I was just, asking some questions about the light and his creepy bosses. And his creepy bosses showed up when Mr. Death became Death Gak on my really expensive crystal skull. It was very rude. There was an interesting scene of him talking to us with a Ouija board and implanting thoughts into Malachi's head, and it was absolutely terrifying for Ada. And she learned nothing that she wanted to learn that day, but she learned a lot that she did not want to know that day. Let's see, what did we do? Then we went and talked to my boss, who was less creepy than Malachi's bosses, about, I was talking to him about the light stuff, so he would not go after the church because I had a very bad vision. Malachi was talking to him to see if y'all's agendas aligned. And then probably some other things, I think.
There was a little crossover there. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Abraham is setting up spy cams on the docks after I accidentally forgot who his friend was in a phone call and told him a thing. Sorry, Virgil.
It's fine.
Weren't you also like, you were still talking to the witch lady?
Leo.
Cleo, Mrs. Cleo, about your basically her security detail, or that's the story. Did y'all do the seance thing?
Not yet.
No, not yet. There we go. I do not remember what Virgil did other than talk to another street performer. I think that all happened when I was really excited and eating food, so it's out of my memory. But that's what I remember.
Yeah. So I do remember that last time, whenever we went into the faction turn, it was going to end on Friday. Friday being the day of the seance. So we are jumping back in on Friday. Couple things that I think came out of the last thing. Virgil, you had called Akiko for some reason.
Let's just check in. Buchanan was like, "Oh, have you heard she's in trouble?" And I was like, "Oh, that sounds like something I need to be involved with."
Hmm.
So I called her.
Did she?
I think you told me it was something about the werewolf pack she was helping, and then something bad happened. That was at like the very end.
Mhm. Yeah, we went through that really quick, and we can revisit that if you would like.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because I hardly remember because I still don't watch the VODs.
Yeah.
Whoops.
But you can, I think. Did I ever see
I
you that?
don't think I can.
They're on Twitch.
They're on Twitch.
No.
No.
I watched it earlier.
The last one is at least.
The last one is.
Oh yeah.
I think
yeah,
I forgot.
the
I think I
last ones.
forgot to send the thing. Okay, that's on me.
So, and then also just to fill in a little bit with the meeting with our lovely Idris Elba lookalike vampire, Malachi. You had said that you're interested in line, and that is the reason that you would be given the artifact that you had previously gotten, the one that was in our backstory, suppressing Ada's powers. In Legend Keeper, I have a new thing under the items. It is called Nokomis's Dreamcatcher. You can peek at that if you would like. Meanwhile, Virgil, you had gotten a text that was just a street address in the business district of downtown. Whenever you went there, just in this park, like near a couple of office and apartment buildings, you met with Akiko, alive, unharmed, but freaked out. And she explains what she was doing on Sunday, or it might have been like Saturday.
Yeah.
Week before. Whenever she had dropped you off, she was going to find Meg, the head of the werewolf pack that operates a little bit north of the historic downtown where we've been frequenting. She had heard that they were looking for something, or that something was lost. Whenever she went over there to help, to see what she can do, offer her services, Meg thought that Meg had assumed that she had taken the thing that was lost. She couldn't be talked down, and she had to run out of there. Meg's dead.
See, that was our intro stinger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so now she is laying low. She only got out of there thanks to somebody else helping her, and right now that person is helping her stay under the radar.
Yeah. I think the only thing Virgil would do there is, like, he's around to help and doesn't mind doing so. So if she needs it, but if there's nothing he can do, then there's nothing he can do.
I'd be very careful offering that to me right now.
I mean, not for free, but well, just for favors. You know how it goes. Doesn't
Is
she
there-
already owe me? I think she already owes me debts anyway.
She may for
She does.
dropping
She-
you off.
Oh, well, she owes me. She actually owes me a debt for some deal that we made with a business owner downtown. That was from like character creation. But I'm happy to make it too. I don't mind.
Yeah, you can have 2.
Okay.
What are you going to do with that information?
What am I gonna do with what information that she
No,
needs help?
that you have 2 debts on
That
her.
I have 2 debts. I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything with it right now. I don't need anything from her right now. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to play the game where everybody owes me something, and then I have a special naughty boy move that lets them not weasel out of it. So eventually, I'm just gonna start collecting all of these debts.
Okay.
And it's gonna be very bad for everyone. What does she owe me
Okay.
the second one for?
Because she dropped you off at Logan's yoga practice and
Okay.
thought that I was extremely hilarious.
I mean, a second debt because she made me have a good yoga. That's what.
But you showed up completely like unprepared and everything.
Yeah. I wasn't ready. All right, got it. Cool. Yeah. So that offer is open. I don't. If she doesn't want to act on it now, that's totally fine. But
Cool.
if she gets in trouble, you know, he'd be like, "Well, if you get in trouble, just give me a ring, and I can be there." You know, about like that. So I didn't do that this time, but like, you know, if it's serious, I can.
I appreciate it, Virgil. And I might need something like that pretty soon.
Do. You know, if you're looking to do some yoga, I'm kind of an expert now. I've done it once in loafers. So
She like snorts laughing and then gets up and walks away.
yep.
So it's the start of a session. Ada, do you want to do your start of session move?
Yes, let me read it again. So I don't say the wrong thing.
And if anybody else has some sexy new start of session moves, let me know. We can do those after.
Judgement dice. We're good.
At the
We're
point-
good. We're solid.
I'm at the point where I have to start taking boosts from other playbooks, which means I have to look at other playbooks. I'm just like-
Yeah.
and then have to
Abe's
figure out how
gonna
to
use.
put that on the
Yeah,
sheet.
Abe's gonna use his move where it takes 10 minutes to get out of bed.
Okay. Okay. Can't remember which was the hit and then which was just like a super good hit. I only have 1d6 for some reason. Let me just roll both these. That is 5, 9.
Let me find that
So-
move.
Yeah, so on a hit, pick one of the options below. The MC will tell you whose future you see. So I can give you just a broad thing.
I keep passing over your sheet. There we go.
Um,
I hit pick one of the options. Okay. Yeah. So give me the option that you want.
I feel like I want, because I know there's a dangerous threat, and I kind of get the gist of who it is, maybe not the why, but I think I want to know more if there's a tragedy lurking in the shadows, if there's something real bad. D6.
within your vision, you hear a long, drawn out scream, a wail. And you, as your vision like pulls away from just the screaming mouth, you recognize Dalish, the banshee who you got tea from. You see her with other fae in one of the shops on Arcadia Street or Underhill Street before it erupts into just a conflagration. You zoom, your vision shifts towards the clock on the wall. "7:06.
Okay. 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 That's bad. Okay, so I heard or I saw her scream. Does this like explosion of flames happen like where she is, or like that was, or it's the whole area, I guess? I guess where's is she the center in the flames or seeing it happen?
I Okay,
If I could even tell.
So I will tell you how you can avoid it.
Mhm.
The way to avoid it is to make sure that Dalish is not where she plans to be at 7:06.
6. Okay.
That should tell you that number one, she's not the cause of it, or not directly at least. And number two, that I will not tell you exactly where it is.
Yeah, that's fine. I just have a feeling that the perfect storm is the place and the person at the same time. At least avoid that. Cool. Good to know.
And let me write that down so that I don't forget it whenever it becomes important.
Okay, I also wrote it down so I do not forget. It'd be really bad if I'm like, hey, yeah, don't be there at 7:10. She's like, I'm gonna leave at 7:09, okay?
You leave her at
And then I'm like,
7:30. Yeah.
oops, my bad. Really should be better at time.
All right. Cool. So we're gonna begin our lovely afternoon. It is still fucking hot in Port Seville. Has not cooled down. This heat wave is definitely still ongoing. We're gonna start out with Abraham. Abraham, what are you doing? What are you up to?
I think the first thing I'm going to do is reach out to Ada and tell her about Miss Cleo's plans to do a seance on today, I guess it would be.
Mhm.
Um, and how she's going to try and reach out to this ghost that murdered my friend's son. And I think I'm going to cash in a debt.
Hello,
Whoops.
everybody.
I exploded.
Uh-oh. Oh, exploded. All right, we're back. We're back, everybody. On time? What?
Sort of.
That was
Wow.
a quick,
Oh my
was like-
gosh.
that was a
on
quick
the minute,
10.
yeah.
That was a quick 10. We done did it.
Yes.
We
This crew here, we're like a well-oiled machine. No funny business
Oh yeah,
on
no
Thursday
funny
nights.
business here. Tuesdays, maybe.
Tuesdays,
Thursdays.
all the funny business. But Thursdays, no. We're
Wednesdays all over the map.
Wednesdays just trauma, really. Mostly.
That book's too big.
Give me carpal tunnel.
Still sitting here on the desk. The desk is leaning to one side, right?
That's right.
Right.
Anyway, bar's on fire.
So yeah, bar's on fire. But before we get to that, man, we really didn't do anything with Year Old Abraham, did we? Because man, I really wanted to get to that before the break.
All is
So-
good. Or rather, in Abe's mind.
All is
Better
well.
than
All is
yours.
well. All is well.
All right. So, you were going to go to Fontaine Alley and deal with that. Yes, there are absolutely a police presence there.
Is it a lot? Is it something I like where there seems to be a front person?
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, I just want to approach someone who seems to be maybe in charge.
Okay. Would you like to put a face to a name, or would you like to do your move? I don't know your moves, but
Old
I know that you
friends,
said you
old
had an old friend
favors.
move.
Yeah, we'll do another old friends, old favors. I'm looking for someone in charge, maybe someone who's been around longer than the young bucks. So I'm gonna roll with mind instead.
Right.
5.
What happens on a miss?
Do I have to say it? Tell the MC why they want you dead.
What did you do?
All right. This is one of the older officers. That are clearly they know about the supernatural, and in this case may actually be supernatural. You tell me who they are. Let's form this character in our collective minds.
Sure. So I think in Abe's hunting days, he had worked with his companions to set a trap for, why not, a group of werewolves. Unbeknownst to him, one of them was actually a policeman who got out alive, but me and my companions definitely ended the lives of some of his pack many years ago. This is not going how I expected.
All right. So yeah, you immediately recognize Daryl.
I'm going to play it off like I don't know who he is.
Okay. Daryl just under his breath, he's like, you better fucking deal with this. to another one of the officers who you do recognize as Jolie Miller. The newer section officer who helped you with the security tape.
Ooh, he owes me something, right?
Does he? I don't know that
It's
he
one
does.
way or the other. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't
Yeah, I
have
didn't write
anything
it down.
marked.
I didn't write it
Okay,
down.
cool.
Yeah. Then
No,
it doesn't
he's
exist.
just there. He's gonna walk up to you. Dude, this is a crime scene. You really can't be here.
You know, I'm just really attached to my work. I was supposed to protect this place and I couldn't. And then I heard about the other officer. I was just really trying to come by and give you all a warning that I think I've connected some threads, and you know, anyone who hasn't really worked by the book, I think you're in danger. But I don't know.
Are you trying to mislead?
Not necessarily. I don't know these people too well. I think I've put a little bit together that like you know, if they have used their power for bad things, that they may be next in line for the ghost. I guess I want to try and persuade them to leave, but even if it means me owing them something.
Okay, so you're persuading them with a threat.
Yeah.
Roll with heart.
I have one of those. Oh boy. It was a 1 and a 6 plus 1, so 8.
On a 7 to 9, they counter your offer or demand payment. A debt, favor, resources before agreeing to follow through.
It's only for tonight.
Yeah. Wait, so we're in danger and you want us to leave only for tonight, and you're going to be here?
Yeah, I will hopefully have the danger dealt with. Sorry, I'm a little vague. I don't know much about it myself, but it would be much safer for you all if you maybe just even a block over. Man, come on.
But is this about the tape? Is it the same thing?
Certainly.
We can't leave the scene. We're not going to leave the scene. Tell us what's going on. Like, be honest with us. What are you going to be up to in there?
Sure, of course. All I've been told is the owner of this establishment here is going to be conducting a seance to rid whatever ghost has made itself known here and caused the death of already 2 people. Shouldn't be a big deal. won't be any property damage, anyone dying, if I have anything to say about it. And I guess if you all are still here, that's insurance as well.
And Jolie looks over towards Daryl, who is just. You can see his breath moving deep, angrily. Don't you dare do that without asking for anything in return. In fact, and he gets up, walks over to you, and he stands a good like half foot up above you. If you live, I want to see you after this.
We will be talking after this then, because I certainly don't plan on dying.
You owe him a debt.
Uh-oh.
Which I will mark.
Okay, I'll write it down just in case. Mr. Daryl.
So you have the clearance, I guess.
I relay that it's safe to come by. I let Jolie know the names of, Cleo and anyone else that she may be bringing,
Okay. So
as well as Ada, just in case.
So you'll get a few lists of names to give to them. Yeah, what do you do next? After a few minutes, Miss Cleo, along with Glenn and 3 other witches, do show up. As does Dinesh.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And they all start going in.
It seems like it's too late for me to go get what I need. So
So Cleo would have told you that the best time to do this sort of seance would be between 12 and 1. Preferably starting at 12. So you have time.
okay.
Basically, whatever you start now, which would be before 7, like you have 5 hours to prepare for this. So
Cool.
we
I'm
will do a
looking for
couple of
silver weapons is my next thing, and
That
I'm
seems like
trusting that I will get salt from Ada.
Well, somebody will text you about salt in a little bit.
Yeah.
Surely, yeah.
But
I was like, oh, I think Ada knows.
silver weapons. That's an appropriate thing to bring right now. You might be thinking. That seems like something that you would need to either hit the streets for or use one of your moves to get.
We'll hit the streets first.
All right. Who are you going to?
I think probably honestly back to Dinesh's. I'm kind of assuming that there's other hunters that hang around there,
Mhm.
where we might have some, at least some kind of storage or stockpile of something.
Yeah. So he has Dinesh owns like property, like a whole like strip called Sunrise House, and the actual Sunrise House is like there are like rooms and stuff there where a few hunters from out of town do visit. So yeah, there will be supplies there. Roll with Mortalis.
7 on the dot.
That is a hit. They have what you want, but they may be dealing with their own stuff, or it is more costly than you expect. You get to choose.
Dealing with their own stuff. What do you mean by that? Like it's their things and I'm taking their stuff.
Whoever you're going to is juggling their own problems.
Oh, okay. If it's gonna, I'll take the cost more.
Okay. Are you what kind of silver weapons are you going for?
Even mostly just like a short blade. I don't need ammunition, but if it comes to that, or rather, I don't really want to use ammunition. I don't want to shoot my gun off a bunch.
Okay.
So just a blade, I guess.
Yeah, so you go up and you just like ask around for just like, does anybody have like a silver weapon or whatever? And one of the people says, yeah, I do. I wouldn't mind lending it, but you know what? And they are going to present to you this complication. They got a body. They need to hide it soon. It is the body of a supernatural. A leshy. Let's say it's a leshy. We got weird shit in Louisiana swamps. Why
Can you
not?
describe what that is for me?
It is. I only learned about them recently, but they're like monsters that are like made of like trees and stuff. Not
Like
quite a
forests
treant.
and swamps.
Not quite a treant, but pretty close. Yeah. But this one looks kind of human-like because most of the supernatural creatures do.
Oh, you got it here.
Yeah. And I need it to not be here.
You're in luck. I need that knife real bad, and I got a truck. You have it
Sweet.
wrapped up yet?
Yeah.
Pull around back.
And on as we get around back, you just see a heavy burlap sack with like a little bit of like potting soil and stuff in it, or like some dirt, and ooh, that shape definitely does look vaguely humanoid.
He knows better. He's not going to ask anything. He won't say a word loading it up or anything. He'll just get it loaded in the back, and as soon as that's done, he'll request the knife.
Oh, you can be given the knife before,
Oh, okay.
as long as you take the body. What's your plan with this?
Immediately take it back to my salvage, back in the salvage yard, like behind my shop,
Okay.
and find a vehicle there that still has a trunk.
Let me ask you this question. Is there anything that you're trying to avoid in this scenario?
Any encounter with anyone ever?
Roll with spirit. Roll to keep your
I mean-
cool.
I mean, yeah. Please, God. Oh my God. Okay. I have 0 spirit, 4 and a 4, so 8.
Okay. That means it is going to cost you. I will tell you what it's going to cost you. Time.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Doing this is going to limit how much you can help with the seance ahead.
Okay.
You get a couple of like dings on your phone about like salt, and you pull up, you get this thing out of your car, and then you hear an explosion.
God. Second one this week.
Everybody else, man. Ooh, you hear just the ringing in your ear from this explosion, and Deirdre's scream, which is now stopping. The Banshee's wail of predicting death is done.
Who's dead? Who's dead? Is it me? Am I dead?
Questioning it as well. My hunch of getting her away and then it didn't happen was wrong. And then I'm just gonna like turn my attention to Dalish and I guess her friends that were kind of up near us and see how they are, if they're okay. Trying to calm the screams any more, or assist.
Yeah. It's not long after after the explosion happens that Deirdre stops screaming. She is because of the mislead, she is confused. And I'd say at this point it's more because, number one, the scream took a lot out of her. And number two, there's a lot of adrenaline that is not going anywhere.
I would like to let it out, please.
Okay. That sounds like a wonderful thing to do.
Uh-huh.
What you trying to do?
I would like to look into the recent past or coming future
Okay.
to see maybe what the just happened leading up or after, I guess.
Yeah, roll with spirit.
Dang, this die has rolled a 5 or a 6 all night.
Very
And
nice.
this one has done a 3 through a 1, but that doesn't matter because the other one rolls really high. That's 8, spirit 1, 9.
Okay. So mark corruption.
I'm getting up there, y'all. I got one more and then I get an advancement.
Spicy. Yeah, and you're looking into the recent past, I assume, of a place nearby.
Mhm.
I will tell you how the effect is costly, limited, or unstable. It is limited. You'll be able to gain. Yeah, you'll be able to ask one question. Any question.
No, I think I just want to know who the cause of this was, or like who caused it. Because I feel like maybe with some good old fashioned normal research, you could figure out how it happened. So I think I want to know who.
Okay. You see this woman with longer black hair that looks like she just got out of the shower, like it's just damp. And you see tears going down her face, and just this expression of anger and loss. Walking in through the front door and then going down to the basement. And there's just like the aftertaste of anger.
Did she look ghostly, maybe?
No.
No, just person long.
Mhm.
Wet. Didn't this guy drown?
His car went into the lake. Whether that means he drowned or something else happened and the car went into the lake.
Okay.
Could she like put a face to a name here, or is it just like a random person kind of deal?
You'll be able to put a face to a name.
Again.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't open up my PDF again. What's the stat on that one?
Wild.
It did it again. A 6 and then a 3. These two dice, they're so consistent tonight. I love it.
Very nice.
My wild is a 0, so
Is that something we can help on? We can lend a hand on?
Yes.
yeah, I feel like when I have these things, I'm like probably muttering details out loud.
I feel like that tracks for several of us. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of you can roll with power, right? Because that's your circle.
Yeah, that's my circle.
Yeah. And see if you can help.
I already marked it if Malachi wants to take that one.
I'll do it. Yeah. Yeah. Familiar with weird people who look like they're from someplace strange. That's 8 plus power is 9.
Okay.
Mine was
So
10 total.
On a hit, you can give +1, which would make this
Mhm.
put a face to a name 10, which is great. But on a 7 to 9, you expose yourself to danger, entanglement, or cost.
Biscuit.
Um,
I w- I w- I
yeah,
would ju- yeah, you're
whoever,
gonna get
whoever you're
entangled.
going to is juggling their own problems. It's cool by me. Yeah. So
Oh no 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 no
Hey.
no. Your complication is you're gonna get entangled in
Hmm.
whatever's going
Oh,
on here.
I was reading the wrong move. Sorry. Yeah.
Ada, because of your put a face to the name, on a hit, you know their reputation, and I will tell you what most people know about them. And on a 10 plus, you have dealt with them before, learned something interesting and useful about them, or they owe you a debt. Your choice. So you have dealt with them before. Their name is Evanely. They are a nymph. They have a reputation for number one, being madly in love with Benjamin Brumley, the sheriff of Iris. But also just being like nymphs as like watery fae, like Lady of the Lake sort of thing. You get like a certain sort of vibe from them. She tends to do more like The Ring, like that. That's more her vibe.
I love her.
She's one of the scary fae.
Gotcha.
And then you also can learn something interesting and useful about them, or have them owe you a debt because you have dealt with them before.
What do you have to say about it, huh? I think I don't know something interesting. I don't know if I can direct it this much, but do I know if she has any sort of like dealings or grudges or anything with this particular establishment or a person, like why did she walk into this place? I guess, like, is there any sort of connection or
I'm gonna need somebody to get banned right now.
yes.
Oh no. Undefined. That's funny. Goodbye.
Nice coding.
Undefined at High Shelf Gaming. Hello.
Okay, so
Not supposed to be on this
What pride flag did they take advantage of there?
I believe by
Gender fluid.
gender fluid. Okay.
Image.
Whoops.
And there's only so many colors, right? Like
Okay, so you're asking if they have any particular thing about this place. No. Not in particular. If you want to know about that, I would let you study a place of power or ask around for that information. If you wanted to ask something else that or know something else interesting or useful about them, you may ask for that.
In love with the sheriff. Creepy ring. Watery. That's putting pieces together. So just about what's her deal? But like in the what I know she's got a creepy ring deal going on, but does she have any sort of job, any sort of thing that people go to her for? Like, what's kind of her deal, her purpose?
Yes. You would know that while her for her late beloved would have been the official means for the Court of Iris to if they needed anything enforced, it would typically go through him. It was generally understood among the Fae of that court that if you needed something done unofficially, discreetly, Evangeline was the person to go to.
Oh boy. This bar or this area that we're in, is this like a Court of Iris kind of plot?
No. Looking in the front, I'll as the three of you have somewhat familiarity with this by now and would be able to look at the signs. There are phlox flowers out in front.
They're the ones that snatched up land. That was, I gotta read my notes. Okay. The political intrigue, guys. There's so many things happening.
Somebody decided that they want to
Somebody's
set up a
pissed.
thing where there's a political intrigue that has to do with real estate. And so now I had to do all that. And so now y'all get to try and figure that out.
Oh boy, oh
it's free
boy,
real
oh
estate.
boy.
Hey, it's free real estate.
Hey, Tank, thank you for the raid.
Hey.
We're dealing
Caught
with
me
real
memeing.
estate.
Caught me memeing.
Okay. Hey, wow. Malachi. The sheriff is dead. I just that has happened,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm trying. A lot has happened in real life in my head. I'm just getting it all straight.
Yes.
That shouldn't have been
yes.
as funny as it was.
Okay.
I think like part of the shrapnel like tore through the bag of salt I had, so I'm trying to like hold it right next
I'm like,
to us.
that is not enough salt, sweetie. That's fine. It's fine. We got Abraham's on his own. There's a lot going on here. Have any of y'all ever heard or had any dealings with a Vanley? She's real creepy ring top lady.
Do we get to put a face to it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know every time there's a creepy ring like lady, you assume, hey, Malachi must know her.
I assume anything creepy Malachi
But-
knows. 100% of the time. I have been correct so far.
2, I don't know her. Or 3, I guess, with Wild. I don't know her. Which she seems like somebody I would know.
Do you want to know them?
So I can know him.
You do.
Let's do that. Yeah, because that definitely feels like somebody I would know if she's about like shady under the table kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think she did this. She actually did it, but you know her job. People come to her to get shit done. So I don't know if maybe that she was crying, and if she had the feelings for the sheriff and he met a watery grave. I don't know if she was just happened to be upset still at the time or if that's connected. But
Was she here when it?
right before I had the weird flashes, and she was going in crying and she went down to the basement. So we should definitely check that out if we can. But also, I don't know. Look, I've only been to this part of town like a couple of times, but I have gone head first into their intrigue. Did you know that the Court of Flex and Iris are not too happy with each other right now.
I mean, that's just like, it's like that's like the Fae, right? The courts don't get along. That's
No, but someone's been doing some land grabbing, and now the sheriff's dead, and now there's an explosion, and everything's hush hush. And apparently, uh, uh, Adwin is being real cagey. I don't know. This is all way over my head, but
yeah, mine too. It's just
why is
really
everything
puts a
going to
damper
hell?
on brunch. Puts a damper on brunch. I'll tell you that.
It is.
Look, let me. Is this basement where I can like see it, or is it like?
Oh, it is like the very start of a conflagration. It's mostly just like black fire billowing out.
Okay, I have some
Or sorry,
things-
black smoke billowing out.
I have some things that might help with that. Tough as nails. I have 1 armor. Blessed are holy sources. Ignore my armor. Weapons designed to stun or impair you have no effect. So like fire, probably. Right.
Okay.
That's like a mundane. And I can also let it out to move through or past a physical obstacle created by mortal hands. Which I mean, the building is created by mortal hands. Like, it's like I don't know.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll either just like walk in or like let it out to be all a little ghosty about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever you think is appropriate.
I mean, if you're letting it out, yeah, you can go.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm gonna roll. What is that? What
Spirit.
is that? Spirit. Man, I got none of that. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I rolled a 9.
Okay. I mean, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Mark corruption.
Oh, of course.
And I will tell you what it's going to cost you. You don't have a lot of time before, like you can already hear the sirens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're going to get here really quick, so it's going to cost you time to go in.
Yeah.
You'll get a cursory glance unless you want to awkwardly deal with possibly mortals.
Okay. Yeah. Virgil's gonna say like, "Hey, I'm gonna go down there and see what I can figure out. Do you mind going like a few blocks that way? Just like a few, Ada, just like a few, and then we'll meet up when I'm done down there. How about that?"
Yeah,
I
I suppose if you don't need
Why?
do
any
need you to not.
assistance.
I just need like a way to get out and away, and like it's hard to explain. Just I need you to like physically be away from here. If that like
Okay, I
Just trust me.
think
Trust me.
that our friends here probably need to get away from the smoke as well, like still
Yeah.
kind of holding
maybe
Dalish,
maybe
like-
don't be standing anywhere like super public in about a few minutes.
Okay.
Cool. And then he'll like
Okay.
kind of like mist a little bit because he's going through fire and just kind of like finger guns back into the basement or into the bar to head to the basement.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my invocation ability to cash in a debt with you to just appear in your presence in a minute, so I don't have to like pass all the firefighters and stuff. That's my scapegoat.
Can I try and like just help these ladies get away from this and chill and whatever? So
Yeah.
could I maybe text Glenn? Because I know that the seance is going to happen, and I know that they live across the street. If maybe we can just go to Glenn's place. Or at least I can. I mean, I'm going to just try and kind of help get them out, but I know that's at least happening, but I want to get hidden.
Mm. this would really need. Your relationship is not where you would need to persuade Glenn, but I think you would need to like. I think this would be an opportune moment for a hit the streets.
Okay.
Glenn's faction is
There.
Mortalis.
Oh God, I'm not kidding you. Another 6 and another 3.
I love it.
What is happening? Do I have anything in Mortalis? I have too many tabs open. I have 1, so that's
a 10. Great, they have it. So yeah. They say yeah. Actually. They say actually ... and then they call you. And they say,
Hi, honey.
hey, the keypad is or the key code to get in is, and they say it over the phone.
Very smart. Appreciate you very greatly. Is it fine if I well, I guess Dalish and friends, I'm sorry, I do not know y'all's acquaintance. Do y'all have somewhere near here to get her safe, or would y'all like to get far away with me and maybe get some rest and answers later?
We can go. We can get out of here. Yeah.
Okay. Glenn, do you mind if I bring in a couple of friends there? I'm sure you heard the explosion.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I appreciate you.
All right. I'm actually not going to be there. But
oh, will you please tell Abraham? Obviously, stuff has come up, and I do not have his soul.
all right. I'll let him know.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna be marking some real corruption here.
Heard you were talking shit. Virgil. What you looking for?
I'm looking for like, classic blown up building things like some accelerant, detonator, magical residue, just those kinds of things. It's really just giving it like a hey, how'd this place blow up? That doesn't just like happen. Taking a little look around, giving it the old once over.
Study a place of power seems
That does
accurate.
It does. Where is that? Where is that line? Okay. Roll with the circle that controls it. This could be more wild, huh?
This is wild, yes.
And add a +1.
I know I'm asking for a lot of rolls, but there's a lot of things going very quickly that you all can miss.
That is 12 Aruski. Because I got a 11 + 1 for wild.
Okay, actually, this is apt. On a hit you see below the surface to the reality underneath, I will reveal an area, NPC, or item located with this. It's not what it seems. So you're seeing a few things around here. Number one, there were still a few people in here. None of them were Evangeline, and you're only seeing them, buried under things. But looking around, this bar, like there's a lot here. Like it looked like people were actually like living here, and they were actually like important people. This entire place seems like it was like one of the places of power for the Court of Locks.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's like a legit place of power, not just like the game term place of power. It's like
yes,
powerful place.
But whenever you do go to the basement, you're not seeing an accelerant. You're not seeing a detonator, but you do see where the explosion originated, which was the water heater.
Water too good.
Water heaters don't do that by themselves.
No, they don't. They don't do that.
They really
Also-
don't.
They definitely don't start fires. I don't think. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
don't know anything about water heaters.
Start hot waters.
They start hot waters. They enable decent showers.
So I mean, unless there was like other accelerants around here, yeah, there probably were. There was no detonator. The detonator was the water heater. Let's go
Yeah.
with that. That seems like a better way to explain
It
it.
just exploded.
It exploded. It caused other things to explode.
Okay.
Um,
I'm with you. It like hit some weird electrical wiring. It sparked. It hit all the insulation. Just went right up. It's like a whole
yeah.
thing.
I mean that's what you get using like asbestos and stuff. Like,
Asbestos.
or well, not asbestos.
Asbestos
'cause
basically
asbestos
turns into
is
thermite.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Let me think.
so asbestos was like a flame retardant. Anyway,
I don't know. I don't know.
it's
nothing about nothing.
carcinogenic. I know that. You don't see Evangeline. Evangeline was not present. At least she did not die here.
Okay. All right. That's helpful. Do I get the insight into the politics and schemes? Like what is the
Because this was a place of power for the flocks. You get that. Your insight would be, it was the place that was targeted, not anybody here.
okay.
Especially like
Um,
thinking back on it, you think Dalish was loosely related to like the court of Iris.
Yeah. So I guess my question about the circle, who would do this? Who's shady enough to hire her to do this? To just blow up a building? Because I feel like we've got some pieces that definitely point some fingers, but is there anything here that would give me a good hint?
Knowing that the place was targeted, your answer could be anybody who wanted to ruin the court of Iris or the court of Phlox's reputation, which could be Evangeline herself, could be the Lord of Iris, whose name is Adwin. Could even be one of the uppers in the other court, Magnolia. But I will say they have less of a motive than their sheriff just got murdered.
Right. Makes sense. All right. Sounds good. Well, I feel like I've probably got enough information, and I'm sure there's sounds of mortals afoot above me.
Yes.
I'm gonna text Ada and be like, "Hey, are you like in a nice, like maybe a dark alleyway? I think would be preferable. Like somewhere like that. Like all of those
And
are
I
separate
made
text
it.
messages."
Made it to Glenn's. If not, can I hop into a dark alley as we walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now.
Cool. Yeah. And then I think it's like it definitely, and I'm gonna do this. I hate that I'm doing this, but it's very much like Kingdom Hearts when they do the darkness teleportation, that Virgil just like steps out of a shadow in the alleyway and just like, all right, cool. Thanks.
How did I get myself messed up with you and Malachi and all this odd? business.
You see the future and the past, so that's probably got something to do with it.
Yeah, that definitely does.
But hey, you know what? Thanks for that favor. You
Hey, anytime. Well, not
appreciate it.
anytime. Don't
Hey.
abuse it, but anytime.
I mean, all right. And
A
hey,
true
you know, you
Southern
can do the
anytime.
Yeah, anytime.
Anytime.
and hey, and now you really know that like if you need me somewhere, just call me. I can do that literally anytime you
That's
ask.
true. We've known each other a while. Why is that the first time that has ever
It's
happened?
never really been an emergency. Like I don't just
Yes.
do that for fun. That's like
I
probably
would
just-
do it all the time.
I
That is
probably
so
just
fun.
lost like a solid proportion of my soul right there, you know. Never really think about it, but yeah, if I owe you one, which I probably do, you can just cash that baby in. I'll be right there. I don't even really get a say in the matter, so maybe text me first, just so I can like
Gotcha.
be decent.
Yeah.
I had somebody cash one of those in when I was asleep once.
Did it wake you up in the process, or did you get there and then they had to wake you up?
I mean, I was groggy, I'll tell you that, but it does wake one up. Yeah.
Does the bed also teleport?
No.
He's in the same spot though, so just boom, it hits the ground when he gets over it.
Everybody got to see my pajamas. It was a little.
Is it like a matching top and bottom situation?
We don't
or-
get.
Abraham,
we don't have to
save
go
us.
into it.
Paddington Bear, like well,
We don't gotta go.
Anyway, we'll go on to Glenn's, all right?
All
You
right,
know
all right,
you're in
sounds
trouble when you're asking Abe to save you.
Oh, I also do though. Text Virgil, be like, oh, because I'm around people. By the way, you know how sometimes I have a big mouth and I say a lot of things, and then I realize as I'm saying them, I probably shouldn't say those things. Well, I maybe let it slip that Abraham's buddy Thomas was there when the light was killing demons. I forgot about their connection till I was already in it too deep. That's all I said though, was that he was there with the light stuff.
Virgil just texts back. We should talk about this later.
Well, sure. I know I will forget if I don't do this now because there's a lot of shit going on.
like looking down the alley, it's like, are you just standing there on your phones? What are you? What's going on, Vic?
Yeah, it's just like okay. Virgil just got one of those like, I'm smiling, but it's only like from here down that the smile is happening. It's like up here, it's like
Creepy.
No,
like
that
that
look,
you-
and I don't like it. Like,
Abraham, you have gotten rid of a body and you have a silver sword.
What time is it? Took me a while, you said. So
Mm-hmm. Say about 8:30. Or no, because the explosion happened. It's been about 7:30.
reach out to Ada, text, just say, did we get the salt? Do we have that covered?
Well, no. I was going to, then there was a little bit of an explosion, and then what salt we did have, the explosion caused a hole in the bag of.
Are you okay?
Yes, we're okay. I'm with Malachi and Virgil and a couple of fine Fey ladies, and we are headed in your general direction to go to Glenn's, not to be a part of it unless you need us.
Where else can we get salt? It's like the main thing that I need.
Well, I'm Malachi.
literally the thing I was texting everyone about.
Yeah, like as mentioned above, Malachi says that maybe
Oh, is that what that red dot is?
maybe we should go talk to the Department of Transportation or something. Not I don't know, whoever, the road working people.
Do they call it LDOT if it's Louisiana?
Probably.
Call it text dot.
Mm,
Okay. I'm going to try.
LDPS?
I don't know. I've got their app on my phone.
I'm gonna try and find salt.
Hit the streets.
I have to keep bringing that up.
Who you get? Who's your Salt Bay?
Roll with their circle. My Salt Bay.
Don't you hate that? Give.
I don't know. I don't want to talk to the police again. Is there like a Lowe's? Or something.
You can go to the Lowe's, but you won't be able to add a circle. If there are if you want to go back to the
Mortalis,
hunters.
Mortalis. Everybody knows Lowe's is a place of power for
there's this circle
Mortalis.
for
No. Mortalis would be like the hunters and the witches and everything. If you're going into Lowe's, you're dealing with night creatures. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm gonna ask them. They're like, I don't know where that is.
Just the one aware, like the one aware that works at a Lowe's. That's like people are always coming in for like salt and like wooden stakes. Like, they're just like, I don't get paid enough for this.
Like silver faucets that they know
Silver-
they're just gonna melt down.
Silver fixtures. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll go to the police station or whoever is in charge of ice or salting / sanding the roads.
I mean, do you want to avoid going to the police station?
No, I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
I'll talk my way out of it.
Okay. Roll with Mortalis.
Also, do I get to mark in another thing for having that tree person or no?
No. You did not do a roll with the dead
Related
tree.
to that actual person. Gotcha. All right. I got a 9.
Okay. So you're going back to the police station. Choose one. They're juggling their own problems, or it's more costly than anticipated.
Costly again. I will not trade you my cool knife.
I think that once again you're going to need to do somebody a favor, but you're going to need to offer a debt to whoever lets you actually get the salt. Do you want to put a face to a name, or old friends, old debts?
So sad because I know you didn't really want to like deal with any of the police station.
No,
Oh, let's do. Yeah, let's do old friends, old favors again.
Okay.
This could get bad again. We'll see.
Y'all assumed that I had any of this planned. I actually did some planning like right
After
before.
running games, I know I don't plan. So, well, a 6.
What does that mean? Do they want to murder you?
It's Daryl's brother. Yes, they want to
Daryl.
murder me.
Dylan?
Can I succeed?
Is there a way
Like,
for
can
anyone remote
can
or
I mark
trying to offer
something?
advice if that's help?
Do you...
Can we text an advice for dealing with cops? Because I just love the content that could come in here.
I will say, if you go up there and you start like texting, just like, oh shit, man, I have to go back to the police station. I really don't want to. Like, where would this even be? And one of y'all rolls high enough, you can absolutely help with this.
Yeah, so I go in there, and as soon as I see this person that wants me dead, I guess, I will be like, I'll step right back outside and do the old whatever Homer Simpson's dad thing with the hat, where he goes in and walks on. Yeah, I'll be like, where is this?
Oh, I also just had a thought. Would maybe Mrs. Lane, I mean, she owns a building. In the off chance it snows, she would need to salt the steps of this big hotel. I didn't even think. I forgot. I know someone that owns a
Well,
building.
Ada, I'm not at the hotel.
Yeah. That's
Hmm.
another thought. Wait, were you at the police station? Or no, you're.
I'm at the police station.
Yeah, I can't help you there. I have no.
I'm done coming over here.
I mean,
Right.
I got a boss in very high places. I maybe can make a call if he's in the mood. That I don't know
To
how
Terry
well he would do
earlier,
that.
Terry said there might be a thing by the thing, and it's in the thing.
Who's rolling?
Yeah, who's rolling?
Somebody gets to
What
mark
is it?
Mortalis, that very coveted Mortalis roll.
Do it. I talked to Terry, and Terry said that like it's gonna be by where all the guys who do the towing and where they it'll probably be by the impound lot because like they have space to store that kind of thing. Um, that kind of thing makes sense.
See,
Yeah, no, I got nothing. That ends up at 5 in the end. Like,
Oh, does that...
wouldn't that entangle him somehow?
No,
Oh, okay.
they just miss. No. So yeah, you see Dylan Seymour, who is the brother of Daryl, another werewolf.
Does he see me?
Yeah.
I leave. I try to.
Yeah. You go back to your car. And as soon as you like turn the keys to get in, like as you like try to shut the door, his hand reaches out to grab it.
Um, I'm gonna let it out.
What you doing?
Frighten or intimidate someone with a reminder of who you used to be.
Roll with spirit.
Oh.
Please. Old man. 10. 5. No pluses.
Okay. So that is a success. Sorry, that is a hit. That's a word that I'm supposed to use. I will tell you how the effect is costly, limited, or unstable. It's going to be limited. Like you can You can adjust yourself to where you and him are on equal footing. But you cannot reach above that.
So
On a 10+, you can ignore the corruption of the complications.
okay,
choice.
nice. I'll ignore the complications.
Okay, so mark corruption.
Gotcha.
Um,
I just say I just put my hand on my gun. I'm like, I've already spoken with Daryl. I've made a deal with him. He has something to talk about with me tomorrow. I'm busy tonight.
with what?
Ghost hunting. And I smile like real big.
And you need salt.
Yes, I do.
He doesn't say anything. He just takes a couple of steps. Do not leave.
Just nods his head. Stays where he is.
A few minutes later, he comes back. There's about 4 sacks of salt, road salt, on his shoulder. He throws them into the back of your truck. It shifts.
Gonna flatten the tires on my Ford here.
He comes back up to your window. You best do what my brother says.
I certainly plan on it, and hopefully no more policemen die.
There's something there. There's something in his eye. There's something he's not saying. If you want to try and dig further, you can. Otherwise, he walks away.
He wouldn't.
Okay.
He's barely skirting the line all day.
All right.
Yeah, he leaves.
What does everybody want to accomplish before midnight? Salt and a weapon have been gotten. Is everybody else just chilling?
Nobody asked me to help with this seance, right?
Mm-mm.
No, I'm freaking clear of that one. Do I have any obligations? I don't think. Well, that's dangerous.
Not unless you just want to hang out.
Want to murder?
There's
one
going to
of my
be a
friends?
ghost. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Gus. I mean, you can punch ghosts. I can like punch them. It's like perks of the gig, you know.
Well, I think, it would be good to get rid of this ghost, seeing as he's serial killing, very angry ghost.
At the same time, though, I really don't like work for free, so I'd kind of need somebody to like ask me to help with that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more in it because I think whatever spooky thing caused him to exist again is what's killing Guy, and I'm a big fan of Guy, so
Do it for Guy.
do it for Guy.
We're all fans of Guy.
We're all fans of Guy.
But if you're not, you're sus.
I got the poster at home.
I think I feel like talking it over, Virgil, like, stop and say, we should chat really quick. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Uh,
I really, I need you to, like, stop. Ada, like, it's,
I stopped talking before I mentioned Sarah. I got smart. I had to give him a
like,
little something.
yeah. Here's what I need. Right. Here's what I need. I think we can make this work. This is kind of like what I do, right? I need you to not mention any Bickums, really, like, ever.
Well, I only know two, so
Yeah, and I mean they're like, yeah, I should just not mention any of them. Okay. So what would you like from me in return for that?
I mean, if being honest, it was totally an accident because if he finds out anything about his buddy, I'm gonna feel real bad because I've known about it this whole time. So, you know, decent for both of us. But I think, we're having conversations. What I want from you, it's just a chat. What's your what's your end game, buddy?
Okay.
Because look, I just wanted to get your feels. There's apparently some entity roaming around our city that can kill demons, and I've heard you mention wanting to be self-employed. I just want to make sure you're not going to get yourself in any sort of trouble or issue or anything.
Okay. So what's the question? What's my end game?
Yeah.
So you know what
just
that
where-
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. Do you have a plan on getting there? I just want to make sure.
I have a loose plan, but these the like Church of Light thing is more just sort of annoying, right? And
Deadly, yeah.
and to be honest, the whole Bickham thing is inconvenient at this
That's
point.
my problem. It seems like an odd
It's so-
coincidence, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well,
I-
if people would stop getting wrapped up with things that nobody understands, like work with the known quantities, demons, fae, all of these things, they're known. We get it. Whatever this is, I don't get it. And you shouldn't touch it. You shouldn't touch it. But look, it's not my fault that old Thomas and old Sarah decided to go poking around a weird culty church that burns people with light and demons with light.
Well, here's my concern, I guess, for
Uh-huh.
both of us. I am now looped into trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with this light and how to stop it because, long story short, destinies and whatnot, I kind of gotta. Our buddies are along for the ride and seem to be working on their own weird things that are all somehow connected to it. What are you going to do when it comes out from someone else other than me that Thomas and Sarah were involved and maybe their end? Because it seems like that I'm not going to offer that information, but it seems like it's
Look, I don't
possible
know.
to come up.
All I know, Mother Estelle's next on my list, right? Is that what that was her name? Mother
That's
Estelle? Giselle? Estelle.
Estelle, like a star, because light. That's how.
Yeah, she's next on my list. So either I off her and this all goes away because she's like some kind of conduit, or
But what if it unleashes
I get
it?
somebody else to kill. That's, I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure it out myself, but killing her helps.
I mean, you do what you need to do, but I would maybe suggest having, if you can't get someone else to do the killing, because I don't know, you may be susceptible to whatever that light stuff is, and I like you, I don't want you going getting obliterated. I'm just doing everything I can to not have to pick up the ashes of my friends off the
Fair.
ground. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely do my research first. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
But like, listen, we can. There's like magics we can use here to like make sure that we don't say things that we shouldn't say. And I just need to know what you want me to not do So we can make this like a binding two-way agreement, right? If that makes sense.
What?
Yeah, like
You're
we
trying
can
to
just.
make like, yo, I don't know if I want to make any deals with you.
I mean, don't you though? Like,
You can already just show up anywhere I am and where in all this. I think that's enough. We're friends. I'm, like I said, my mouth got away from me for
yeah.
a moment.
I'm just saying I can help with that. I can help with that. And you get something in
Ah,
return. Isn't that great?
how about I'll keep my mouth shut, and if I think of something, I'll let you know. I don't know. I'm not one for making deals. I don't need anything from anyone. If I can't do it myself, it doesn't need to be done 9 times out of 10. I mean, maybe could I here, how about I don't know how your weird deals are going. And obviously, Abraham is mixed up in the people that you were going after. And if the tides turn, just don't kill Abraham. If something crazy happens, that's what I want. That's my deal. I'll keep my mouth shut. He ain't dying because of your weird demon shit. How about that? If anything weird goes on, because I don't know how tangled these wires are.
Okay. That works for me.
Okay.
All right. Shake on it.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm
This
gonna do
makes
my
it feel a
move.
little better.
I'm gonna
This
do my
makes it feel a
move.
little better because now, at least if it comes out, I can tell Abraham I literally couldn't say anything.
Yeah. So I have my dark bargain move. I'm gonna call on the dark powers to bind, to seal a bargain in smoke and blood. It's gonna be
Very
a little-
good.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with heart now. Let's see what I got. That is what's my heart? 13. So, I get to
Seems
pick
like a pretty
two
good roll.
things. Get to pick two things. I like those two. So all parties take +1 ongoing to letting it out while fulfilling the deal. So if you got to
Okay.
supernaturally keep your mouth shut, you get a +1. It's great. And also, anyone violating the pact instantly suffers 4 harm armor piercing.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to change that +1 to the all parties intuitively know if the deal's being honored. Because that way, at least I know that if you broke the pact, where I can come pick up your heavily damaged body and send you and take you to a hospital.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Is this something I can come to you for other things? Like if say someone tells me a big secret that like a surprise party, I always let those slip. Could I just be like, hey, can you make me literally not be able to say that again?
I mean, okay. It's not that you can't. It's that if you do, it's going to hurt.
That is not what you said before I shook hands. This is why I don't make deals. It's because of shit like this. My mama told me not to make deals with demons.
Look,
She-
okay, listen.
She asks her
listen.
friend if she's going to the party for that friend and just crumples over on the ground at brunch.
Look, it's like okay, you know how like people believe in hell, right?
Yeah.
And like that's really bad. It's like, it's really bad. And so that keeps some people from doing really bad stuff. Right? And that's like the only reason they don't do bad stuff. It's kind of disturbing, but that's like the way it is, So now you know that bad things can happen. So it's
bad
just
things
an
that happened
extra.
befoo too. I regretted it immediately.
Well, now there's
you're
even
saying
more.
I'm going to regret it and be in pain.
Yes. Doesn't that make it so much easier?
What?
Fear
No,
of
it
punishment is a
doesn't.
very strong motivator. One of the strongest motivators, I would say, historically.
Well, at least I know Abraham ain't getting murdered. Fuck.
Look, I studied. Look,
Wait, does that mean you could still kill Abraham? If I
If
can
I
still
want-
say it alive.
If I wanted to be nearly dead, yes.
Nearly dead, so you're not even gonna actually die. You could do it,
I would
and
be
then
very close to
you're-
dead.
he would be dead.
Look, I would be very close to dead. You would know that I did it, and then you could come finish me off, right? So that's like,
I don't know if I want that responsibility.
And that's assuming Abraham didn't get a shot off.
that's true. Yeah,
Could just die.
It's true. I could just die. Yeah,
He's a
so,
fighter.
like, he's
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
scrappy for an old
Don't
man.
kill Abraham.
I'm not gonna do that. Look, hey, no, this is me. Outside of any weird supernatural insurance policies, I'm not gonna do that. I would take issue with that. Thomas, that one didn't really know what I was getting into there. That was a job, right? That's bad. I didn't know the guy. Sarah, annoying. Wrapped up with the church. Didn't know her. Mother Estelle, she
She's
seems
pretty
bad.
nice.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't
Mother
have much
Estelle-
feelings for her.
She seems bad. I don't have a problem with that. If somebody asks me to kill one of my close friends. If Citri
Wait,
asks me
when-
to kill one of my close friends, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not.
When did the Thomas situation happen? Your end of it?
I don't know, it was a while back.
No, a few weeks.
Few
like,
Oh, okay, okay.
getting
For
close
some
to a
reason
month.
in my head it was like forever.
I mean,
ago. Okay,
after
that makes better.
after Sarah went to the church to get her, demons exorcised, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
hasn't been that long.
It was
but-
yeah. This was like, wait, what? Because I thought Thomas. Was
Yeah,
a long
it
time ago,
hasn't.
but no,
it
that's
hasn't
right.
been that. And look, it's
You know
fresh.
he's still looking into that, probably, right?
Yeah,
Covering your bases.
yeah, yeah. It's okay.
You got
I use
Lots
it's-
of friends,
it's
lots
okay.
of places.
And look,
Old
since
friends.
I know that you really can't talk about this, I can talk to you about it. Isn't that great? That's very freeing for me. Yeah, I use some warehouse that demons run all the time. It's taken forever to put that together.
I don't want to know these things. I already have enough guilt. Now I
Hey,
got to know
look.
that there's a demon warehouse.
Yeah, how else do you think all this like illegal magic stuff gets into the city?
I don't know. I thought it just lived wherever demons did, which is just somewhere.
Oh, we got to get that. It's import export is like complicated. All right,
Oh,
can't just magic mass quantities of illegal goods across. I mean, maybe you could. Hey, maybe that's what I get into. Like maybe that's my in.
There you go.
Because like esoterically marked cargo containers is like so cliche.
So I am going to end the session after the seance.
Gotcha.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do before the seance? Also, who is going to the seance?
I
just
tell
wanna-
Ada that I found the salt.
Yeah,
I thank Malachi for kind of directing me. We got it done.
Yeah, I think I just asked like if Malachi Virgil 1 isn't going in on this or other things just to make sure like Dalish and Buds are fine. Maybe give us a heads up if Dalish starts screaming again, so I'll know one of us is about to die. And then go watch this chaos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do something.
Look,
else.
now I just had a fun
He
experience.
doesn't
with
mind
you
if we just
again,
watch,
Virgil.
right?
This is fun. I'm bonding with everybody.
Eventually, I'm gonna start cashing in these debts, and then people are gonna be like, "I don't want to do that." And I'm gonna be like, "I don't care," but I'm not. I don't want to do it yet.
Understand how, as someone who can read the future, I owe everyone else debts instead of the reverse. Like, how is
It's
it that
just
I can
see,
tell you things and then get nothing out of it?
you're like a really big target, and so you need a lot of people's help to like not get
Yeah.
shanghaied.
Like one debt I can cash in.
Malachi, what you doing?
I mean, I think I will go to the seance. I mean, it's it's open invitation, right? Everybody can just hang out. That's how it works, right? I kind of wanted to see if there was a chance to try to ask Dalish if she knew anything about what had happened to the sheriff, because you were hanging out at a bar that I didn't think was the place that you hang out, and that kind of thing.
So what she would be able to tell you is no, not specifically. A couple of days ago, he was found in the river. That was it.
Sorry for your loss. Thoughts and prayers. Here's a glass of water, blanket, hot cocoa.
All right. Cool. So we've got quite a few people over here in Miss Cleo's shop. 3 police officers, 5 witches, and the 3 of you. And a hunter. Because Dinesh is there too. You have salt, you have poured successfully. The witches have prepared their own ritual stuff, conduits and stuff. One of the clocks chimes. It is now midnight. Miss Cleo and the witches join hands and call upon Louis to appear before us to help us find a solution to this anger. There's a gust of air, cold at first, then very, very warm, very, very hot. And the room goes dark. And you can see Louis appear. There's nothing in his eyes, just anger and fury. His shape lunges forward, hardly moving. It's almost as if like his model is being dragged across, but there's no animation. Up against the salt circle, which is holding for now. What would anybody like to do? The witches are going to begin an exorcism. But you are welcome to help in this however seems appropriate, because it may need some help in order to be done successfully.
Question. On the character sheet, like down there where there's corruption, and then there's like those 4 other moves.
Mhm.
Do you have to like meet something to be able to do those, or can I still do them? It just means I have to mark corruption.
Those are specific corruption moves that you need to take by advancing your corruption.
Gotcha.
So once your corruption track fills up, there are
Once I get to take the new corruption move. Okay, I see.
Mhm.
See. I think I though
Do you
just
get
with
any
my
to
help.
start? I've been playing a little bit wrong there. I did one thing wrong a few episodes.
Okay,
Uh,
we're learning.
yeah.
It's a new game.
I think just, I mean, in whatever way I can when it happens, I am gonna use one of my let it out things and twist the strands of fate to help or hinder an NPC in my presence. So if it's Cleo doing something, that's my assistance when it warrants it.
Right now, the ghost is lunging in its fury. It's getting a little bit more control of itself. It's moving a little bit more, and you can see just these like blue flames coming off of his hands as he punches at the barrier. You can see Salt moving.
I'm going to let it out as well.
Okay.
And use barricade or secure a place using minimal supplies. So whichever side they are on, I'm going to use the last of the salt that I somehow still have.
It's the Himalayan salt that was brought.
There we go. I'm going to use that and try and beef up this salt line here on this side.
Okay, roll with spirit.
Okay. Bad. 3.
That is a miss. You go to grab it, but all of it's gone. The shrapnel, it was too much, and you didn't notice until now.
Okay.
Could that be my twist the strands of fate? I don't know what I want to
You
use.
said it was an NPC, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You're not an NPC. It is an NPC.
Can I try to take stock of this charged situation?
Is that a move?
Yeah, protect and serve is to read a charged situation and then ask questions off a list.
Yes.
Okay. That is 4 and 3. 7 plus 2 is 9. So I get to ask one question.
Okay.
And I think that is, what should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for I mean, you should be looking out for chinks in the barrier, because if he breaks through, then he is able to disrupt the ritual by going after the witches.
Okay. And yeah, calling out the obvious, make sure that circle holds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I guess the thing to be looking for is making sure that he cannot get to the witches.
Okay.
He is still throwing himself at it. If something doesn't change about the situation, he is going to break through. What do you do?
I can't do anything without touching him, and that seems bad.
I have a lot of like investigate and chop thing in half, and not a lot of like get in place kind of things.
I mean, if you wanted to try and damage him to try and keep him from busting through, that may be a viable option.
Is there anything against letting it out multiple times? No, right? It just
No.
means more corruption.
Yeah.
You knock out a ghost.
Yes, you can. It is
Right.
possible.
Unsuspecting. Fuck.
Well,
It says
okay, what if
mine's not okay, go ahead.
I say I have a let it out where I can frighten or impress someone with knowledge of their past. So could I like distract him by like yelling at him, trying to be like, what the fuck, dude? And maybe pause him for a second, catch him off guard or something.
Yes.
Okay.
You can certainly try to do that.
Okay, guys, keep doing the good pattern you've been doing, please. It's a fucking 6 and a 3 again. Are these weighted? What is happening?
So it's out of 10.
Spirit, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, 10.
Um,
And I get to advance my corruption because that was 5.
Sweet. So it is going to be extremely difficult to get through to him. So what effect you're going to have to him is going to be very, very limited at best. He may turn his attention towards you or only pause for a moment. That is the complication. Should you choose to mark corruption, or should you choose to not mark corruption? That is the complication.
I mean, I think I want to keep that. I want him to look towards me. Like, even if it is momentarily, to give a hole for someone else to react. Like,
Okay.
if he's not focusing on the barrier and he's looking at me instead for a second, that gives like a pause.
Okay.
Right? Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, I'm basically saying like it'll be limited if you don't mark corruption. So
and
like
then
you
it
can
will,
either
like-
mark corruption or it will be limited. It'll be limited in that he's only going to pause for a second. But if you
Gotcha.
mark corruption, he'll be frightened for a little bit longer.
Oh,
Or-
fuck it, we've gone this far. Let's just keep adding corruption, baby. Yeah, I want to get like up in the barrier, kind of like, look at me, bitch. You're being a real asshole. What's up with this? Like, calling him out on everything. Be like, my buddy, he knew you. Because I forget vampires are old. Here's things I know now. And just kind of really trying to hold his attention, and behind my back, I'm like, go do something, everyone.
Okay. So I will say he is distracted at the moment, which gives a little bit of time, and whoever decides to act next while he is paused and just there's still this expression of just anger and rage on his face. Whoever acts next gets +1 forward.
Got anything, Malachi?
So I'm just, yeah, I was going to ask, so Mike is clear, like we have it here and there's the point here to destroy this ghost, or was just, okay, cool. Yeah. Which way to go? Yeah, all right. I mean, this is the moment where I get to choose violence, I think.
Hey.
Gonna say, if not you,
It's
me.
been it's been 3.5 sessions and I haven't gotten to swing this axe yet.
There we go.
So
It's almost as if I created an opportunity for combat because we haven't done
I
that a
know,
lot.
right? Yes. All right. Let's get this axe out
Scared to
and get to
do it.
work. I'm not like, what am I gonna do? Like chop down the Fae in the middle of Fae Street? That's not the way it works. That's not, but it's that. But no, this ghost in warehouse. No, we haul out the axe, hope it doesn't freak out the witches in the process, and we take a nice big swing.
Okay, so if I'm hearing you correctly, you are turning to violence.
Yes.
Roll with blood. I don't think we've done very many of those.
No, we have
Heard
not. It is also, because of the axe, it's an advanced move, so if it's 12 or above, there's something. You go. 5 and 1 is a 6, plus 1 is 7.
Okay. On a hit, you inflict harm as established. What is your harm? With the axe?
It is 3 harm, holy and anchored.
Oh. You swing. You swing and it hits very, very hard. And there's just this energy as it connects. Like you are clearly like discorporating this thing. doing 3 harm, going through his armor and invulnerabilities. Whoops. But there's just a like pulse of energy in that place where he was bashing at. There's like the wind, the push coming off of this is enough to give him an opportunity to flee or continue with someone else. The barrier is broken at the moment. And as this axe goes into him, he looks back up at you again in a fury, and he comes forward. What does somebody do?
Knockout blow. Let it out.
Oh, he's suspecting.
All right.
He's still suspecting. It's
I didn't know if he was looking at me or not, if that would count. Ooh, boy.
Got a good let it out if he gets me anyway. So it's good.
I don't have any way to fight necessarily.
I'll
if you
just-
want to twist the threads of fate to make the ritual go a little bit faster, more smoothly.
Yeah, because it's help or hinder an NPC. So I could hinder him too. Or yeah, if there is a way I can be like, keep it doing your exorcism, guys. Let's go.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. I think I distracted him a second to let everyone kind of move in and do some attack. And so I'm just gonna kind of look back at everyone and be like, we gotta go faster.
I'll lend a hand.
Help.
Okay. Roll with spirit. You will roll with power. Assuming that we'll assume that the roll can be bumped up to the next stage.
Okay.
Hey, they both broke the thing and there's 2 force. But I'm doing the let it out. Is that still spirit or is it power?
That's still spirit.
Okay, so 9.
So 9. Okay, so what did you roll with Mortalis?
6. So I expose myself to danger, entanglement, or cost. I was literally stepping in front of him.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Mark corruption. Ada. And I will say you can join in to the ritual. You can continue the incantation and like hold on adding your power to the witches to give it more power. And hopefully be a little bit more potent. You are untrained in this. It will not be enough to turn the tide immediately, but you will be helping. But most of this is just like reading the next like you're looking a second in the future and just going on autopilot.
That's so cool though.
All right. He lashes out against you. You are going to take 2 harm as he just reaches his flaming hand into you. It burns. It like you feel your skin blistering underneath it. You take 2 harm. This does pierce armor.
Are these the boxes that say faint, serious, critical?
Mhm. Yeah, so you'll be marking 2 boxes.
1 faint, 1 serious.
I think that's how it goes. Let me check. Let me look up these rules real quick. The harm track consists of 5 boxes, 1 faint, 2 grievous, 2 critical. When your character suffers harm, check off a number of boxes on your harm track equal to the harm suffered. You always begin harm by starting in the faint tier and moving